Am I the a-hole for demanding my own guest bedroom at my sister's house? I, 24F, and my sister, 30F, inherited a very nice apartment from our parents in Soho. Their will sort of just said it's up to us how we split it up. We sort of decided that because it's in the family trust, we just both use it how we saw fit. 2 years ago, my sister got a job in Manhattan and moved there with her family, 2 kids and husband. Now I am going to grad school in the city and want to live there as well. It's basically free, which is super helpful with student loans. My sister moved into the master bedroom and she gave her to kids her old bedroom and the guest room. The master bedroom and the guest room both have their own bathrooms. My old bedroom from when we stayed there with our parents is pretty small, but I loved it at the time because it was never our primary residence. Now I want to live in the guest room with the restroom as I am now an adult and have my niece move to my old room. My sister is saying it's unfair to move my 8-year-old niece out, but I don't think so because it's my apartment just as much as it's her, and she already moved to the master, which even though it's much nicer, I have no issues with. On a side note, I also requested my father's old office, which her husband uses while she uses my mom's. My mom's has 2 desks and is objectively the most beautiful room in the whole apartment. As a student, I'm probably going to have to work a couple separate jobs to pay for my education. It would be really nice to have a desk to do homework on. My brother-in-law is also a stay-at-home dad and mainly uses the office for gaming. Edit to clarify, just to answer some of your questions, there was no real agreement on how to split it up because my parents died pretty suddenly and the will hadn't been edited in a while. As for property taxes and stuff, my parents' trust covers it. My sister mainly handles that stuff. Some people asked about the loans and stuff, but basically when I turn 25 in 11 months, I get access to some of the cash assets and should be able to pay off everything, so it's not that big a deal. I also wouldn't want to sell the apartment if possible because my mother spent so much time on it and I miss her a lot and you can see her touch in all the furniture and stuff. So am I the a-hole for wanting to use our apartment like this?
Here are the top comments.
Not the a-hole. Your sister has gotten used to thinking of the place as her family's home and the arrangements as they are as normal and what her family is entitled to. You are seen as an interloper. Now, this may not all be going on at the conscious level, but it's kind of inevitable, which is not the same as justified, that she'd start feeling that way after a couple of years, even if she doesn't frame it that way to herself consciously. I think you will need to have a talk with her where you bring her back to square one, reminding her that you are fully an equal owner. This being the case, you have a right to demand a full half share of use of the place.
Both of you have 3 options. 1, you buy out your sister's share of the house. 2, she buy out your share of the house. 3, both of you sell the house to someone else, then split the money.